often take out the trash late at night? This story takes place in 2017 during the birthday celebration of Anna's colleague, Ruby. Ruby and her husband had prepared a home-cooked meal, so Anna and her boyfriend Warren went over to join the party. Among the guests was Anna's close friend and Ruby's mutual friend, Vera. The gathering went on cheerfully until it was time to leave and someone suggested, "Hey, let's not just eat and run. We should help win up before we go." Anna and Vera volunteered to take out the trash. Carrying 2 large bags, they chatted as they headed downstairs. Since it was their first time at Ruby's place, they didn't notice the trash bins right away, partly because a parked delivery truck blocked their view. Thinking there were no bins nearby, they wondered until they spotted a few at the far end of Building 3. The area was secluded, littered with scattered garbage and reeked of rot. Disgusted, Anna flung her bag toward the bins from a distance, but the moment the bag left her hand, she noticed something strange. A clump of long, tangled hair draped over the edge of one of the bins. At the time, she didn't feel fear, just unease. Even now, she can't quite describe the emotion. Vera, noticing her hesitation, asked, "What's wrong?" Anna pointed at the hair. Oddly enough, Vera, who was usually the most timid of them all, suddenly insisted on investigating. "What are you staring at? It's just a wig," she said dismissively. Just then, Anna's phone rang. It was Warren. "Where did you two go? I can't find you," he said. Anna gave him their approximate location. When she turned back, Vera was now standing in front of the bin, her back to Anna, swaying slightly. Her body leaned forward unnaturally, arms swaying, hands clapping rhythmically in a trance-like motion, almost like she was playing some kind of game. The stench around the bins was overwhelming, yet Vera didn't seem to care. She just stood there, lost in whatever trance had taken hold. The sight was unsettling, even terrifying. Then Warren's voice called out from behind them. Relieved, Anna rushed forward to pull Vera away, but Vera suddenly whipped around, her face twisted in fury, and snarled at Anna. The outburst was so sudden, so wrong, that Anna stumbled back in shock. A second later, Vera collapsed to the ground. They took Vera home, and Warren brought Anna back to their apartment. But Anna couldn't sleep that night. She kept replaying the scene. Why had Vera acted like that? What had happened? Vera had insisted she was fine when they dropped her off, but she lived alone and Anna couldn't shake the worry. Then she heard something, scratching at their front door.
Anna tried to rest, but deep in the night she was jolted awake by a sound. Warren was gone. She slipped out of bed, heart hammering, and crept into the living room. The front door was wide open. There, standing on the threshold, stood Warren, his back to her, teetering on his toes, swaying left and right. His hands clapped in that same slow, rhythmic motion Vera had made earlier. Anna screamed. Luckily, their neighbors, an elderly couple who treated them like their own kids, heard the commotion and rushed over, assuming it was just a marital spat. They managed to snap Warren out of it. But when he came to, he was dazed, confused. What happened? He kept asking. He remembered nothing. Then Anna's phone buzzed. Messages from Vera, dozens of them, all the same photo. Vera, her face painted in thick, almost theatrical makeup, standing in front of a mirror, her hands clapping. But who had taken the picture? The mirror showed no phone, no camera. Anna immediately called Vera. No answer, just a dead line. She wanted to check on her friend, but Warren was in no state to drive, so she called Ruby and her husband instead. The couple arrived quickly, picked them up, and they all sped to Vera's place. They knocked and knocked, no answer. Finally, just as they were about to force their way in, the door creaked open. Vera stood there, her makeup smeared, hair wild, eyes wide with terror. That night, no one slept. When they finally calmed down enough to talk, Vera's memory was fragmented. The last thing she recalled was looking into the bin with the hair. "I thought it was just a wig, like you said," she whispered. "But then I saw someone crouching inside, long hair hanging out, their skin so pale, and then nothing." She had no memory of applying that grotesque makeup, taking the photo, or sending it. Then Warren spoke up, his voice trembling. "When I opened our door earlier, there was a man. Long hair, knees pulled to his chest, just squatting there. I was about to yell at him when everything went black. He hadn't been the one to tell Anna to go back to sleep. He hadn't even been conscious. They debated what to do until Ruby finally said, 'Tomorrow, we're seeing a medium.' The next day, the medium listened intently, then gave them each a small talisman for protection. As they left, she and her apprentices stood at the doorway, waving warmly. But as the car pulled away, Anna glanced back and saw the medium and her apprentices gathered around a trash bin, swaying gently, their hands clapping in unison.